What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, DN Duel commentary. Let's turn that off quite quickly, shall we? We've got Zoot at the top, 1798. I believe he's playing. Well, the last I saw him, he was playing. He was playing Artifact Constellars, but I mean, with that many cards set, he may have just switched to straight up Artifacts. And then we've got Willard 89, who's playing some deck that has Ice Hand in it. Not exactly sure yet. And he attacks with Ice Hand for 1400, and he gets his 1400. He sets one card in his back row and passes to Zoot, and that card promptly gets MST'd. It's Book of Moon, and play goes back to Zoot. And what is Zoot going to do? I know that's crazy how I pronounce his name, right? Wow, Ice Hand is a $9 card, so that makes it. Well, I guess I have to see what Fire Hand is. That can make it like a $60 engine basically, if each card's like $10. So Zoot MSTs the Book of Moon and then just doesn't do anything, and then he eats another 1400, and he just sets a monster. Well, it's better than, you know, eating 1400 to the face every turn, I guess. Willard draws. He has to have like 7 cards in his hand. He has 6 cards in his hand. And what is Willard going to do? He's not summoning anything. I'd have thought that he'd have summoned a Trap Tricks Myrmilio by now. And what was it that Vexicus said that people are calling this deck now? Hat Hands or something? Okay, he's playing Madolche. Alright, yeah, I thought I saw Madolche something or other on his field or something like that. He decides to play Chateau, and his Chateau gets hit with Artifact Ignition, and that lets his opponent Zoot get Maratek, or I've seen some people call it Artifact Blue. Trap Stun gets hit, and so does Artifact Blue, which means Blue Boy is going to come out. Nope, comes out in defense mode, and what is it going to try and pop? Okay, wait, is it effect? It's effect optional? I guess it is. Yeah, you can. Okay, well, anyways, he goes rank 5, and he activates the effect on Ice Hand. Ice Hand goes to the hand. Hand to the hand. And he attacks into what Madolche exactly? Or, I mean, I guess it could be Fire Hand. Nope, he used that card that he used when he was doing against me. Oh, yeah, I do it against this guy. Why do I not know his cards? Anyways, it's Train Signal Red, which actually could be a problem for Zoot because Constellar Artifacts totally can't get over that card. Alright, so Breakthrough Skill is used on Angeli. Angeli got summoned. And now Messenger Lotto is flip summoned. Do you get your effect when you're flip summoned or just when you're normal summoned? Yeah, hell, it might even be when you're special summoned. Let's see. Yeah. When this card is special summoned, you can add one Madolche spell or trap from your hand. You must control a face-up beast to activate and resolve this effect, i.e. Hoot Cake, I assume. I'm pretty sure Hoot Cake must be a beast because everybody fucking summons this card from Hoot Cake. Alright, so regardless, you don't get your effect when you're flip summoned. And your 1000 defense leaves, it leaves a lot to be desired. So I assume he's going to try and go rank 4. What do you go into? I mean, Tiramisu can just get polite. What can you go into rank 4 that can't be polite either? I'm trying to think here. Alright, so we're going to see an attack from the red signal, and I'm wondering what exactly Willard is doing. He says, "Hooray for bad plays." I'm not understanding exactly what he's doing here. Zoot doesn't have a response to the attack. All you're going to do is take 1500. So it dies. I thought it couldn't be destroyed by battle. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. Okay. I don't know how it died because it says this card cannot be destroyed by battle. He tries to go into Exiton Knight. Did anybody else see that? Yeah, am I missing something, or could that motherfucker not be destroyed by battle? Anyways, it gets hit with Breakthrough Skill. His Exiton Knight. I honestly didn't expect Breakthrough Skill. I kind of expected Okay, well, he sets a card and it gets MST'd. I expected Trap Tricks, Trapo Nightmare. And then his breakthrough skill gets hit. And then he gets hit with Polides' effect. So I expect to see an M7 here fairly soon. I want to go back and see how the fuck did that damn... Yeah, he cannot be destroyed in battle. So how the hell did that card die? I'm not understanding that. Anyways, Zoot goes for Soul Charge and looks like he's going to make 2 more rank 5s or 2 more level 5 monsters. And he's going to rank 5 up for another Polides. And he basically just has Polides control. Then he plays M7 over top of Polides to add insult to injury and then sets a monster. Which means that crashing Ice Hand is pretty much out of the question, as Zoot will just immediately put he'll just immediately put it back in his hand-to-hand combat, I guess you can call it. So Willard basically needs to be able to special summon or just scoop. Now again, Dark Hole would be really legit. Dark Hole is so good against Constellars, it's not even funny. I'm still wondering how it didn't die. Or how it died. He summons Ice Hand, which... I mean, he could obviously just chain that too. If that's like a Lance or some shit, then he wouldn't even have to use Polides. He attempts to crash Polides. Let's see if Ice Hand gets to crash into Polides. Nope, it won't. It just gets bounced back to hand. Okay, forgot about that. Breakthrough skill. So, yeah, breakthrough skill is totally a thing. So he says the attack is fine. Ice Hand pops back row, which is MST. He doesn't have a target. So he's going to get Fire Hand. I imagine Fire Hand's going to crash into... I guess you have to crash into Polides. Here's the problem, though. Your opponent still has M7, and you definitely don't want M7 getting off. M7 is just a ridiculous card. I mean, M7 can bounce monsters to the hand, too. Yeah, can't M7 bounce any monster? Normal summon, touch. Yeah, I know that. You can detach, 1 exceed, target 1 monster on the field or in either player's graveyard. Turn that, yeah. So M7 can actually return monsters to hand too. So M7 can actually bounce Ice Hand back. And he activates M7's effect. Usually people go in their own graveyard. You see that Zoot gets his Kaus back. He flip summons a Kaus, and I guess he's gonna throw down his third Polides. Oh, okay, never mind. He goes into Gaia Dragon Thunder Charger, and yeah, I still nope. He's not going to give up the damage, and yeah, he takes game 1 from Willard. So again, this is pretty much what DN has become. Like 50% of duels right now involve the trap tricks or the hand artifact trap trick deck, whatever you fuck you want to call it. Hand traps, as yeah, I guess that's some people call it hand traps because like, you know, you play the hands and then you got trap tricks or art of hand, art of traps. I don't know. Whatever you want to call them, that deck is taking up the majority of Dueling Network. You got some Yugioh. You have a very small amount of Bujin, Madolche, obviously, and then pretty like a lot of the decks that were played a lot before Primal are pretty much dying off. Like the only decks that are still seeing play that's all played before Primal are Bujin still see play and Yugioh. Like most of the other decks don't see a lot of play. All right, so you see Willard tried to go for Angeli, who had her effect promptly Willard. I cannot believe this bitch is $42. Wow. And here comes a Constellar Sombre, which would attack for 50. Are you kidding? You cannot let the damn Sombre get it in, man. You got a Mirror Force that or D-Prison or something. Okay, never mind. He uses MST on Chateau on top of that. So, I mean, it'll get it in for a lot more than 50. And he uses Evac to counter it, which I think is a good play. Because, I mean, your Angeli will just be able to get its effect off. And you can just go off on your opponent. And you see Zoot sets 2. But anyways, yeah, Maddie's daddy 12, his son pulled what's it called, an Angeli out of like 5 packs. And I know that he was just like, oh cool, you got an Angeli, that's good for Madolche, but I don't think Maddie's daddy 12 expected it to be a $40 card. Like literally that Angeli basically paid for both of you guys. Like Angeli is incredible. And you see a Sanctum, an artifact Sanctum, gets him the blue artifact. I'm just gonna start calling them by color. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. Alright, that gets him the blue artifact, and that falls into breakthrough skill. Breakthrough skill infinitely better than Fiendish Chain right now. I'm probably going to make a video about that. And you see that Angeli goes for Hoot Cake. Hoot Cake is going to activate its effect. Yeah, I guess you can banish the Angeli. Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of times you banish the Angeli because you end up Leviaring it back, right? So you see Messengelato comes out, and that gets Chateau. And even if he doesn't have a further play, can he just crash this into the blue artifact and it'll go to his hand and this card will trigger? Like, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. So yeah, I mean, I know that with Chateau, everything goes back to the hand instead of going to the graveyard. But I think with Ticket, every time a Madolche is destroyed, you just like, you know, you get the recruit of Madolche. I don't even think it has to be destroyed. If it like attempts to go back to the deck, you get one too. That's why like Tiramisu is super broken with it. So you see in main phase 2, he summons Mageline, and I guess he's probably gonna go for Angeli again. Nope, he goes for Mew Kitty. Now the only thing that I see that can be a hindrance to Madolche is it's like half of them are level 3 and then like half of them are level 4, which it creates cool combos with Invoker and Leviair and shit, but sometimes you just want to exceed. Like, let's be real. Wouldn't it just be better if they were all ranked, or if they were all fucking level 3 and Tiramisu was a level 3? Like, wouldn't it just be better? I mean, how often do they really use the rank 4s? I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't run the deck that much, but it just kind of seems like it'd be better if all of them were like the same level or some shit. And if they were all level 4, then, you know, you wouldn't be able to do the Leviair plays with Hoot Cake. You also wouldn't be able to do the Invoker plays that they do too. So, I mean, granted, they need their level 3s. In fact, I've actually seen people play Instant Fusion in the deck, and honestly, I kind of agree with that. Like, Instant Fusion turns Angeli into, like, the stupidest broken play. I mean, you go Angeli, Hoot Cake, then Hoot Cake gets Messengelato, and then you instant fusion, and it's like, oh my goodness, just ultra combo. And then imagine when Nodin comes out, oh my god, that'd be fucking stupid broken, because if you don't banish your Angeli, if you banish something else, you can bring your Angeli back, and then you can have Angeli go into, oh my god, I'm gonna stop before I end up like just, you know, like drooling all over this keyboard or some shit. Alright, so Zoot opens up. He has Pollux and Al-Jadi guy. Al-Jadi. Yeah. He has those two. He's going for rank 4. He goes into Omega. And then he goes into M7 in defense. You know what? I think I would have went for like I think I might have considered Ragnar Zero there. Because they play well, I mean, I guess to counter Ragnar Zero, somebody would have just like not played Chateau, I guess. Anyways, so you see Willard plays Mageline, and then that gets him Angeli. I don't like Zoot's position here. Not a bit. I mean, M7 is cool, but you don't want to bounce this shit back to the hand. Okay, so during the end phase, Zoot, what is he doing? Is he MSTing his blue artifact or what? Yeah, okay, so he just MSTs. Oh my goodness. He used all those cards to get that shit evac. Oh shit. Alright, regardless, Zoot he presses on. He attacks Mageline. That gets sent back to the deck, but he still has to like the fact, if you're Willard, you still like the fact that you got your Angeli. That's all you really wanted. I think Constellars, if you can't get to Pilates, sometimes you're in trouble. And honestly, the deck is really susceptible to spell and traps. Like, you know, with breakthrough skill, like pretty much coming back. And I mean, a lot of people don't play Evac, so I guess he didn't see that coming. And Dark Hole, again, it's kind of like a card that seems best for, in my opinion, I think it's best for the side deck. I don't really know if it's great in the main deck, but you know, sometimes you can do all of that Xyz summon, and then somebody just evacs you or Dark Holes you, and it's like, fuck, what can I do? So you see that Willard is thinking about his play. You've got Angeli, which we would assume would be the monster you're probably going to summon. 42 buck Angeli. She gets breakthrough skilled. That kind of sucks. So he just sets a card, and it looks like we're kind of having the breakthrough skill war here. Anyways, she activates her effect. She pays the cost anyway, tribute herself. And Zoot says, okay, well, an open field's better than a non-open field. And he attacks for 1,700. And then he sets a card in his back row. Play goes back to Willard. Willard goes Hoot Cake. I guess he just wanted Angeli in his graveyard. I have to wonder if he has Sanctum, though. Oh, nope, he has Maxi. He has the counter for that. I was going to say, depending on what your back row is, you might want to just consider not using the effect. But giving your opponent one card so that you can get Chateau is probably a good thing, because at least with Chateau, you can run over their monsters. You give them one card, but in the end, it's like, it's for the better good. You know what I mean? You can attack. And it's not like you can't use Hoot Cake next turn anyway. You just basically need Hoot Cake to just live. You know what I mean? Now, I guess he went for a Chateau over Ticket because, you know, he wanted to be able to get over Pollux. But the fact that Zoot didn't draw a monster is really bad, because he's going to get Hoot Caked again. And now he has Ticket. And now he plays Mageline. And this is really, really bad for Zoot. I mean, you could just get blown out here. I think Willard's going to try and go the fuck off. That Mageline got him a copy of Angeli. And it looks like he's going to try and attack for big damage. He plays double Cyclone, which is going to take out Chateau and what? He's targeting his middle card, which is Blue Artifact. What is Blue Artifact going to pop? Oh, never mind. He's not going to pop anything because he gets breakthrough skill. Again, this is the breakthrough skill war here, guys. So, now he can't run him over in battle, but he can 101 him. Or even better, he can just Tiramisu him, because Tiramisu gives no fucks. And if Tiramisu, if she activates, then the Madolche ticket is going to activate, which will get him even more cards. And you see, Zoot activates a Maxi out of desperation, and that's exactly what he typed. He typed desperate, and I'm like, yeah, that is a desperation Maxi if I ever did see one. And he summons Tiramisu in defense mode. Why not? Because even if she gets breakthrough skilled, I mean, it's not like this dude can run her over. And Tiramisu is going to activate. How much is she running anyway? 11 bucks? Wow, you're cheap, Tiramisu. Unfortunately, this bitch right here is 20. So Madolche, oh my, man, fuck that. Madolche is expensive as hell. This bitch is $42. She's only 10, so that's okay. I imagine they run like 3. Everything else in the deck is fairly cheap. But then freaking Mageline is like $20. That's 60 bucks on Mageline. You gotta play 3 of them. I think the damn Chateau and Ticket are probably cheap as hell. But it sucks that the brand new card costs a ton of money. Alright, so you see Zoot. He plays Sombra, which I think is the same Sombra that got evac'd. And I mean, we just know that he's going to go for Exiton Knight. Why wouldn't you at this point? That seems like the best way to get back into the game. Now, if your opponent had like less life points, maybe you wouldn't go for Exiton Knight. So he's announcing he's going to go for Exiton Knight. And you just wonder if Willard has a face down that's, you know, not actually good. It doesn't matter, even if, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, what does that do? Because Angeli's in your hand, is in Willard's hand, so it's like, Angeli just is going to let him go off again anyway, so, I mean, he can get over Exiton Knight pretty easily. I mean, I think Hootcake can get any Madolche, right? It doesn't have to be level 4 or anything. Special summon one Madolche from your deck. Yeah, it can be anyone, so that means he can just instantly go into an Exceed, which means, what rank 3 Exceed kills Exciton Knight? Well, you can Zen mains it, and are you once per turn, Angeli? Wow, you're not once per turn. When this card, blah, 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 shuffle back to the deck. Oh, sorry. Yes, you are once per turn. This is the last line of the card. My bad, my bad, my bad. So, yeah, I mean, he could go Levier into Angeli, but, I mean, whatever. I feel like he has place. Oh, you know what? I'm lunching. He has breakthrough skill in his graveyard anyway, so it doesn't matter. He doesn't even need to go into any, like, crazy Exceed play to get rid of Exciton Knight. He can just breakthrough skill that shit. So, Willard lost his field. He lost all his monsters. He lost his trap stun. But have no fear. Angeli is here. Angeli is going to get summoned, and Angeli is going to put in some work. I think Exciton Knight's like his price should go down. I mean, he's still $88. Like Exciton Knight isn't nearly as good as it was before Primal Origins came out. Like, I mean, with artifacts being a thing, do you ever want to Exciton Knight a full field of monsters? Like, I mean, a full back row? Like, it's not just artifacts, but it's trap tricks, trap old nightmares. It's fucking everywhere. I don't know, man. I feel like Exciton should be like a $40 card right now. Alright, so he normal summons Mew Kitty, who I believe has the effect of letting you special summon another Madolche. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one Madolche from your hand. Okay, so Mew Kitty is summoned. Mew Kitty gets him Angeli, and Zoot knows that he can't come back, and he just scoops it up. So that's pretty much GG, as the Hootcake was going to let Willard go off. He was going to break through skill the Exciton Knight, and that was just pretty much going to be a wrap. Thank you guys for watching as always.